What's going on? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today we're going to talk about SoFi. I want to go over some of the current data points, what shorts are doing, and as well, just to give you a quick overview of the earnings, which is basically 2 business days away. So I'm going to go over all that. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 3.11%, a lot of volatility, and as you can tell based on the intraday chart right here, so 717 is the high and then 680 is the low, a lot of volume, so 26.9 million shares being traded, 22.9 is the average. A ton of fear out in the market right now, even the NASDAQ itself is down 1.89%. So that's as a result of, unfortunately, a lot of the bigger names unveiling their earnings, kind of signaling a slowdown a little bit. And then today as well, there was initial jobless claims and GDP that's sparking a little bit of fear. Specific to SoFi though, there's been no SEC filings, no press releases, nothing along those lines, so it has just been coasting with the broader market. This did come out a couple days back, so SoFi did raise the APY, so once again that should really help their Q4 to incentivize more members to come in. And once again, we'll just have to wait basically around 2 business days, so on the 30th in the morning, on what SoFi did do during Q3 member-wise. So once again, we just have to kind of sit tight and wait. But this is going to be the very first earnings in basically a good year and a bit that SoFi hasn't had a rally, a FOMO rally leading up to their earnings, because historically that's always what happens. There's always a very big rally, and then after their earnings, no matter what the results are, there's always a sell-off. Time and time again, that is always what happens. As crazy and annoying as it is, that is what happens, except this time around. This time around it is going down, so I don't know if this is maybe a inverse kind of scenario that is going to be, I guess, leading up to the earnings is bad, and maybe as a result of the earnings it's going to go up. Who knows? But I have been monitoring what some analysts have been doing for this, and they haven't really changed anything since October the 18th. So as it stands for earnings per share, there's around 15 analysts that have given estimates, and the consensus is -7 cents per share. So once again, that's kind of good. And actually just going back over here, you can kind of see by Q2 2024, this is where analysts are expecting it to be profitable. So once again, that's definitely a good thing. And once they do have their first quarterly earnings that they are actually net profitable, that is where the stock price will go up very, very high. My own opinion, not a financial advisor, of course. And similarly to revenue, there's around 12 analysts with a consensus of $512.14 million worth. So once again, no real changes since October the 18th. So again, it's just something that we have to sit tight and wait. I do anticipate another home run earnings, but what will happen afterwards, you're going to have a ton of analysts grilling SoFi, because as it stands right now, especially recently, a lot of analysts have started to turn not bearish, but they have been lowering their price targets. So you're going to have them really grilling SoFi on what are you doing to mitigate a lot of risks. So again, Anthony has been very good at answering a lot of those questions very straight up and professionally. So I don't anticipate any negativity coming from that. My own opinion, of course. Again, the last couple of analyst ratings, one was from UBS, the other one was from KBW, and that was done 6 and 8 days ago, and 7 and 750 was the price targets that was given. Other than that though, there has been a lot of good ratings coming out, with the exception of Morgan Stanley, Compass Point, and Wedbush. So good old Wedbush. And this is exactly why SoFi's earnings are very, very long compared to almost any other stock, is because there's a good 7-8 analysts that all want to ask basically around 2 or 3 questions each. So it can get very, very long. So just keep that in mind if you are going to be tuning in for this upcoming earnings. And also on a side note, I'm going to be live streaming that, so if you're interested, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Starting off with options activity, so $2.84 million in calls being purchased versus 9.78 million in puts. So based on this, people are anticipating for it to continue to trend down. For this, looking at the call options with the open interest and looking at the November 3rd expiry date, because that's going to encumber their earnings, it is anticipated to be roughly between the $7.50 and $8 range. And if you are negative, so looking at the puts, oddly enough, people are anticipating for it to be sub $4.50. So that's kind of extreme, but you never know. again, that would be a little bit far-fetched. They'd have to really be just saying that we absolutely did nothing during Q3 for that to actually occur. So I'll give you a quick overview of what shorts did. Again, as I have said in the past, I'm not bringing this up because I'm saying that this is a squeeze, just more of a benchmark. But short score is 62, utilization is 33.4. Shorts are currently returning around 70,000 shares. So the fact that it is a red day and that they are returning and that they have access to more than 10 million shares to short, I feel like this is bullish, that they feel like today is a little bit more of an overreaction, but 13.08% of the free float is being shorted, 110.26 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average compared to yesterday is a little bit lower, so 0.86%. So basically, like I said, it's a good benchmark to use, but I don't see SoFi ever being a squeeze overall. So let me know your thoughts on this upcoming earnings. Like I said, do you think that is going to be good? Do you think that there's going to be a lot of risks that are popping up, or what's your kind of take on all that? But let's talk on the technicals for a second. So right now with it at $6.83, it is between this S3 and this S2. So as it stands, a lot of stocks that are trading within this range right now aren't the best. So this is why I do feel that SoFi has been kind of suppressed a little bit more than what it should be, in my own opinion, of course. But $6.64 is very strong support that you want to watch for that to hold in the next couple of days. Vice versa, $7.04 is going to be that next strong resistance, which it kind of did break past today, just didn't really have enough for it to stay above that. So leading into the earnings starting on Monday, I do feel that a lot of the data is going to be very positive, and as a result, it might actually be able to stay officially above that 750 mark. So who knows? That's just my estimate, but once again, the broader market and analysts might cause a lot of unnecessary FUD and fear, causing it to go down, but we'll just have to sit tight and wait as it stands. So let me know your thoughts on SoFi. Give yourself a shout out if you have been buying, selling, holding, what you have been doing. And starting in November, I'm going to be contributing roughly about $50 every single week with 4 different stocks. So I've picked basically Palantir, SoFi. I'm going to choose Lucid, even though Lucid's not been doing the best, but I'm going to choose those, and then maybe one other company. I haven't really picked which one, but I want to do more of a trial for you guys, and that way you'll be able to see me buy every single week, and I will be able to dollar cost average. So I kind of want to see who is going to be the better performer between SoFi and, like I said, Palantir, Lucid, and maybe one other one. I haven't really determined which one, but those are some popular ones that I like to look at. So let me know your thoughts on that, and if you have been dollar cost averaging, what's your kind of viewpoint on SoFi? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And one final thing, if you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below and also the comments. But with all of that said, I appreciate all of you watching.